19A island packet, 27. I'm hull 170, and there's the smallest slip of an island packet in America. But it floats with 6 inches under the keel at low tide.
Perfect.
And if you want to stay in the shade here for a second, I'll show you the outside stuff. That's Gary Peden's cockpit enclosure. When I take off this top piece, if I take this off, it actually folds up 2 ways. The window will fold up and snap up on the top. Art will roll up on the inside. And when the connecting piece is in, I've been out here on purpose in bad rain to see, and the cockpit stays pretty dry.
Nice.
I
need those cushions. Where'd you get those?
They're on the boat. They're the only thing that came with the boat I kept. There's somebody who can make these if you
Yeah, let me add it to my list. I like the table.
Here's my helm.
Oh, we need that little table.
Yeah.
We'll add that to the list too.
So here's how he reinforced the chain plates. So like on my boat, the original chain plates go in here and they're embedded in the hull of the boat. So if it breaks, it's kind of a big deal. So when I had one break, I believe it was this one that broke on my boat. So I went, somebody came and reinforced all of them. And that's what he's done. His didn't break, but he just wanted to prevent it. But he also had them re-embed the original chain plates. And now they're reinforced as well. Very nice. Will last forever. Now tell me about this teak. Is this teak?
I'll be right there. I did a Ray Marine everything because my last 2 boats were Ray Marine. That's a Boss gauge radio. It's a 240 watt stereo.
Is it wired or is it Bluetooth?
It's wired. It's 12 volt. It didn't have any charging station, so I added 2 USB ports. Here's my new helm station. And with Ray Marine everything, there's my depth under the keel. You see I have a whopping 1.2 feet under the keel right here at very low tide. The autopilot's controlled from here. That's the main controller from the autopilot on the starboard side. It's got Ray Marine speed, depth, and it's got, I put in a Ray Marine AIS radio system. I put in a Ray Marine AIS radio system.
I have that.
So when I sail offshore, and I've single-handed more than I've gone with passengers. And so, like, here's a good example. I'll hit targets.
Yeah.
And it lists every ship in a 30-mile circle.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. I've really relied on that. On AIS, like especially if you're in the middle of the Gulf at night.
Yes.
You rarely run into anybody. I mean, there's rarely anybody out there, but once in a while, that thing will go off and you know somebody's there.
So what I did in the cockpit, and this is something that was very inexpensive. I needed a cockpit light, so I invented that.
This is really good work. This is Gary Peden.
This is Gary Peden Canvas.
Yes, he did my cushions. And so I had him out yesterday looking at mine to give me a quote. He said, make sure you look at Mike's. I said, I'm going out there tomorrow.
Most of my cost was the pipes, because I didn't have any of this. Right. And these are not easily removable, but the top unzips in a matter of minutes in several places.
It fits perfectly.
So when I'm sailing, this comes out.
Right.
That opens up for the helm station above your head.
Oh, yeah.
And this folds out several different ways for pretty good visibility. Is that you?
Tell me about the teak.
So the what?
Is it real?
Yes. Oh yeah.
What do you have on there?
I didn't do this. It came with Cetal on it.
Okay.
And since it came with Cetal, I had the shipyard, Onikima shipyard, but I had them put one more coat of Cetal on it, which I hate. But what I did with my last 2 boats is
it looks like it's going to be permanent. You won't have to.
You can sand it off.
I mean, it looks like you won't have to mess with it.
It starts to get moldy and crappy after about 2 years of tropical heat. So in the next year or 2, I'll do this myself. I'll remove the Cetal, which came with the boat, and I'll seal it with sea gold, which is probably the best clear sealant on the market today.
Tinsley likes to get a lot of sun, but this
No, but I'm gonna have. That's one of the first things I'm gonna get is a new.
is so cozy.
He's gonna do a similar thing. He'll have this here and this thing and
I
this.
really
If that makes sense.
yes.
And you see, it's the fish is grounded to the same thing that your old anode was grounded to. You see?
Okay, yeah.
So those anodes, what they do is they give you 10 times the sacrificial anode protection. Turn it and start it. You know how.
Woo!
There she is.
Started right up.
It had a leak. We fixed it, and I covered the bottom with fresh rags to check it in 2 or 3 weeks to see if anything else leaked. That's my 30, but it's 30 years old, and it's never been in salt water until July 3rd, 2019.
So here we are.
This thing is immaculate. It's so beautiful.
What do you have to say?
It's beautiful.
Oh,
It
geez.
looks. I can't believe it's a 1988.
Uh-oh, pon. So here's what it looks like with nothing in
It's
it.
immaculate.
My boat has stuff in it,
So
but it looks
clean.
really good. Pete and did this, right?
No,
No?
I have a local cushion maker here who's a family friend, and the day the boat got here, I was throwing cushions in my truck.
Sit on it, Tinsley.
And these are the original foam. Slide on there, the V-berth is a memory foam mattress. That's a 3-inch memory foam on top of the original cushion. This is the original cushion with 1-inch white foam. So here's what we did on the inside.
Okay.
If we're filming,
Yeah.
the important
the panel,
stuff
the panel.
is I had a 30-year-old CD player, and I put a Ray Marine Ray 70 radio right here
Right.
with AIS and GPS.
Coast Guard, where are those rafts floating?
And I put a remote station at the helm with this Ray Marine, and then it's integrated to my chart plotter. My circuit panel here,
So this is new.
the circuit panel here was taken out completely by Flat Island Boat Works, and they rewired the whole boat, including every breaker on that panel. I have 2 unused breakers. The only thing I did not replace is it had a 30-year-old not working Alder Barber refrigerator in the refrigerator, and I threw it away. But they rewired the breaker, and it's already wired for the electricity. The teak mounting bracket, it looks brand new. It's still in, for the compressor, it's still in the lazarette. So all I have to do is buy it and put it in. And I think I can actually do that myself.
I just got a new one in Clearwater. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I looked at your boat, and we installed a 12,000 BTU Dometic air conditioner. And the main problem is to keep it primed. And I think we just fixed that problem.
Yes.
It was losing prime every time I went sailing. On my ship's log,
You do close the seacock though. That
every
cures the
time I
problem.
forget it drains all
Yes,
the water out of the
yeah.
air conditioner.
We're familiar with it.
So here's my ship's log, and
Okay.
I've only had I launched the boat July 3rd, and not counting the trip home. Every time I go in the boat, I have who's ever with me fill out the ship's log, unless I'm by myself.
Yeah. How many sails?
So I just got the boat July 3rd, and I berthed it, and we had company for the holiday, and 3 little boys lived in this boat July 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and
Nice.
7th, and never left it but to get out and eat, and at the dock. And since then,
That sounds fun. Can you imagine being a young boy on
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
I
10,
mean, you were
12,
nervous.
10, 12, and 14-year-olds were my first occupants, starting July 3rd.
Fun.
3 little Louisiana boys. And then since then, I've had her sailing in Perdido Bay, not in the Gulf yet, 7 times. So every time I go, every single time, I make who's ever coming fill out the ship log.
Now, why do you make?
For fun.
them-
Memories.
Make them,
Most of the time when I have guests, most of the time, if you read the
It gives them
writing,
a job?
it's their first time they've ever been sailing.
Okay.
And so doing the ship's log just sort of puts the period at the end of this paragraph. I went.
Helping people to learn anew.
Yes, I went this Sunday. Look, it was my 7th sail. I went this Sunday, and there were 6 humans on the boat, including my wife, and the other 4 had never stepped foot on a sailboat. So what I did on that sail is, other than pull out of my dock which is like parking a banana in a banana, and pulling out of the rock jetties, which is the only thing that can sink my boat around here, is I didn't touch the helm, a sheet, or a halyard. I had the 4 kids on the boat, launch the sails, lower the sails, drive the boat, and had them do everything.
So basically, this is an ice box right now.
It's an ice box right now, but
Yes.
it's wired and plumbed already.
This has been upgraded.
I don't know how many sailboats have been on.
Push the back. Push the back. I didn't know that till yet. I saw it on the. No, watch.
Push.
Oh.
I didn't know that. So this is, and I put in a new propane tank, a new solenoid.
But this is what came with it? I don't think this is original.
it was original.
No, it's not.
It's 2-burner propane. Starts on the first push.
I like it.
The propane tank is in the
Lazarette.
Is in the Lazarette.
It's
And-
exactly like ours.
Well,
It's similar.
but except for
Right.
And the hot and fresh water cool system is brand new because the old pump didn't work. And when I had him do the pump, I had him purge the system, clean it, and replace a bunch of the hoses. So the
I'm listening.
freshwater system is new.
I'm listening. Just keep on talking.
And I put the air conditioner right there. I sacrificed that one space, but I doubt I would have hung closed. You can pull that open.
Oh, okay. That's
There's
a
my
good
AC.
spot for it.
There's my AC.
That's a great spot for it.
And it loses prime fast because it's way uphill from the water line.
Oh, okay.
So I have to remember to close the seacock every time I go sailing. But I just had Flat Island Boat Works do a new bleeder valve that runs to the bilge.
Right.
So if I don't close the seacock,
Is that in the V-berth? No, it's on.
it's over here.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
right underneath it, right here.
Okay.
It's right down there.
So ours
Right down there.
is an 89.
No, ours is 88.
Same boat. I
Yes.
mean, this boat looks
It's
exactly.
1988 170.
Other than
Yes, this was the first year they did the,
The stainless steel.
yeah. They were something before. I don't remember
The curtains came with the boat.
Okay.
That privacy curtain in the V berth came with the boat.
I want this.
But it was broken.
Okay.
None of the parts were working, and I found Island Packet told me where to order the parts from someplace in California.
Okay.
And I have the webpage.
Okay.
Yes, like that. That'd be helpful if you've got Dana or Danielle.
Yeah, if it's Scott, you know.
Anytime you want, if you want to take the curtain,
Right.
it unscrews on one end, it slides out. You take the whole thing and tell somebody to make it.
Or I could even,
Oh.
maybe even I could make that. It wouldn't be very.
It,
But-
it
Well, so Scott, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy is Mike with this boat?
Well, I don't know Mike. I haven't known Mike that long.
You
but
met him once
I can
before?
see the sailboat enthusiasm. Like, I've met other sailors that get excited about boats. Mike has that same enthusiasm I've seen in you.
Yes.
And why not? Look at this boat. It's
He really,
beautiful.
I mean, you said the other day something astonishing to me that there was only one thing wrong with the boat. And it's fixed now.
Yeah.
I had a diesel fuel leak, and I needed a correct bleeder valve for the air conditioner, and one was fixed yesterday and the other was fixed this morning.
So in years past,
That's
did you
amazing.
sail more than you're sailing now?
So I had a Pacific Seacraft Flicka for the last 7 years. Now my boat before that was a South Coast 22 sailboat.
How did that start? How did your love for sailing?
I grew up in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I had my first sailboat when I was 16 years old, a little day
parents
sailor.
sailed, your dad sailed?
And I day sailed in the bay, I day sailed
And you
out to the barrier islands. And what I'm excited about this is Tinsley seems to head southeast.
Yes.
I'm going to head southeast and I'm going to head straight west because I'm from Biloxi. But a lot of my sailing, there are a series of 5 barrier
I do want to go over
islands.
there because my cousin's living over there.
And I know the islands. I've sailed to all of them. You've got Dolphin Island, which is the only one with a bridge.
Horn Island.
And then a straight line, Petty Boy Island, Horn Island,
Ship
Ship Island, and Cat Island.
Yes.
So I'll go to, and then I have a dock in Biloxi for my brother on the bay, and I've already put it on my new chart plotter, buoy by buoy, step by step, turn by turn, and it's 99 miles.
You
And
two
I also
have that
did
in
Key
common,
West, it's
being very
495 miles. So there's very little on this boat that's original, and the bottom job on it is as extensive as you would ever do. The bottom of this had at least 10 coats of a freshwater Teflon-based paint called Interlux VC17, and it's great in the Great Lakes where you use your boat 4 months a year and you wipe it off with a paper towel.
Did you have any blisters?
There was moisture in a couple of spots, but they were all around through-hole fittings. So this boat now has 4 brand new holes in the boat, 4 new through-hole fittings.
Nice.
For the air conditioner's original, brand new. The toilet discharge is brand new seacock. The seacock for the engine,
Yep,
and water
right
to
down
the
there.
toilets, right down there. It's brand new. And I replaced every drain hose for all the sinks and things, even though they're above the water line.
Right.
They were 30 years old, and I didn't want any of them to stink or drain into the boat.
So, to sum this up, is it kind of anticlimactic now that you're all done? You
No.
waited a long time, 6 months for the boat, and then all the work got done pretty quickly, actually.
Here's what's next. I have
Oh.
a nice dinghy with a 4 horsepower Mercury, and I need davits on the back.
Yes.
I need davits on the back. That's next. I need the little barbecue thingy that you have on your back.
I have some really nice davits if you want to know who I ordered them from.
Yes, I need davits.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
davits for my dinghy, and I need the little barbecue thing, and I have a few small things to add, but I'm happy with the boat. And I have to say it again. I basically turned everything over to Flat Island Shipwork, Hunter Riddle Sure Sails, Rick Zern, the finest boat rigger in the South.
Yes.
The rigging, the roller furling, the chain plates, the standing rigging, the boom. And then Gary Peden made this amazing cockpit enclosure.
Yes. Well, we'll just end with that, and then the next a video coming up soon will be us buddy sailing.
Yes.
You on your boat,
Fort
me on
McCree.
mine. Yes, we will go out into the Gulf,
Yes.
and maybe Scott will come along and get it all on drone.
Yeah,
Drone.
Yeah, have them fly and have them sail it together.
Okay, so you know what we say at the end of every video: salty abandoned.
And we're out.
One more time: salty abandoned.
Out.